Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.1 preview playthrough as the Empire of the Hand. Yesterday we got, or not yesterday, I guess the episode was released yesterday, but last time we started back out with a rebuilt version of the playthrough. So we are going to continue on trying to rebuild the elements of our infrastructure that we gave up. Did I have double governor's office here? We need to sell one of those. And I guess we'll get the turbo laser defenses, and then we'll slowly filter in some more units. But I would like to also get Bakura, so that we can send these guys in after everything. We do have the mission for the Katana fleet, so we can go do that at some point, but we don't really have enough ships down there yet. So let's see, we got Findar. I'm gonna send these guys up here, because between everything we have up here plus what we're building, this should be a good enough ground force to deal with a lot of the CSA. And we'll send Aralani's fleet... Oh, we won't send Aralani's fleet into Telos. What do you have there? What's the VSDs? Well, VSDs plus Invincibles. Let's just... I'm okay with losing those two. That fleet probably came from Telos, so this would have been a harder battle, I think. Assuming that's where they came from. It could be not where they came from.
Choose your reinforcements.
Just the capital shipyard. So Aralani, we have Ascendancy Shield, Holy Diver, and need really big stick.
Location locked. Heading out.
The UI is still whipped. Elements of it will be changing. I talked about that in the video for it, though.
Target locked. Detected. Commencing attack run. I've got them in my sights.
Heavy destroyer stands ready. Yes, Commander. Send it moving out.
Go up there.
Attack formation.
What do you need, sir? Ascendancy at the ready.
Excellent shot.
Approved.
Alright, Aralani can take down the shipyard.
Intercepting.
You guys kill... Oh, you know what? You can just finish that off, and you can finish that off. Then you're good.
The stragglers regroup for another attack.
Alright. Another CSA fleet down. There. Go away.
Target locked. Eliminating target. Target locked. I have them now.
I want the VO to go away. I guess we'll have to go and pop that fleet with these guys. It won't be too difficult, but it's still a distraction. And I'm kind of afraid they're going to move in from like Safalo or something.
T2B over. Tactical battle imminent.
Alright.
We've located the enemy. Choose your reinforcements.
Bring your cause important to us in there. Not the Pillar of Autumn. And Tractor Sexy in the front. Ascendancy Warlord Star. I think taking down the VSD first is going to be a bit more efficient for us here. Because it does a lot of damage. They have dirt come in. Ours big iron.
Confirmed.
I'm on them.
And ooh.
Awaiting new instructions.
Okay, now you can switch.
Ready to receive
And
orders.
you can
Thrawn would approve.
help at that.
Percentage paper ready. Mega Mazers prime. All batteries.
Hard weapons on that one.
I got one.
And let's bring in Dread on that side.
Star Destroyer con open.
Okay, you keep using your main weapons on that. And there we go. Well, we got the engines first.
Stands ready.
Getting a lock. Intercepting. I'm on them.
Okay. Now, if we move back here... And I guess we can build up defenses on Liana there.
Constructing.
Do we want to do it with Vindar as well?
Beginning construction.
I kind of... Yeah, I guess we may as well.
Building started.
Alright, you
Complete.
need
Achieved.
that. You for that.
Construction complete.
And
Construction complete.
T2B
let's
over.
go there. Do we have enough here? Yeah, I think we got enough to invade on this one.
T2B over.
Commencing.
It's a pretty decent force we've got. I would have preferred having the airstrikers, but especially compared to live and the old build that we were playing this on,
Moving out.
the Emperor of the Hand's ground stuff is in a better position.
Constructing. Away.
We're still doing like the full reworks for them, but it should at least be
Choose your
uh,
reinforcements.
Can't risk it on.
a bit more usable for people while they're in production.
Sensor node
Ready.
starting.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we need another turret. Yes, we do. Okay, can you guys shoot that? Nice.
Reporting in.
Base.
Give me the target. Roger
Alright,
that.
this is our next goal.
Squad, move out.
So let's try to cover them going up there.
Copy. Moving into position.
Construction complete.
Right away, sir. Underway. Form up. Right away, sir. Roger. Almost there.
Alright.
Awaiting orders. Squad, advance. Form up. Awaiting orders. Heading out.
We can technically go get the pad for the field base up here.
Right away. I come.
And you can turn around.
Right away.
We're kind of waiting on
Sensor array.
the air attack. There it is.
Moving out. I copy. Reporting.
Let's move you guys up here.
I copy.
You guys around the back.
All right, men. Take cover. Reporting.
And
Ready for recon.
up you go.
Ready.
How far can you hit? Can you go to a position where you can shoot that one?
Moving to that area, sir.
Because we need you to support the infantry.
Ready to move. Guns ready. Target level. Rebel forces. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Having the speeder mounted,
Building started.
the speeder mounted rockets was something that I really liked at the time, but with how stuff works, I don't think that it's
Ready.
likely to stay.
All weapons loaded. Artillery online. T4P ready.
God, there's so many of those.
Construction complete. Engaging target. Give me the target.
Nope, that's not what you want.
Spear
Here,
heading up.
nail this one.
Copy. Commence assault. Ready for attack. Target. Roger.
Keep her on there. Alright,
Order acknowledged.
let's see if we can get more support for him. Alright, back off, back off, back off.
Bombing available. Our base is under
Let's
standing by.
hit the bombing run right there. God, we're getting really screwed there. Okay, back way off. We need a proper repair for this one. Nope. Keep getting back. Keep getting back, tanks.
Order, sir. Yes, sir. Beginning short-range fire. Scout trooper active.
Alright, well, we can drop in more of our vehicles. More artillery is always nice. But that'll give us still 2 Gilzanes and 1 MMT. Or, more MMTs. 3 MMTs. I can count. I promise.
Affirmative, sir. Hostile sighted. Roger that. Moving to secondary position.
Can you hit that from anywhere reasonable? Let's see if we can get up this hill.
base is under attack.
Attack that target. Almost there.
Terrain is going to be our problem there.
Reporting.
Nope. Come on, guys.
Form up.
Yeah. You're on building duty. You're going to be on the same building duty.
Right away.
And... Gilzanes go up here. Having some sort of secondary weapon on the MMT would be nice, and for whatever replaces it, or for whatever the like next generation MMT we do is, there'll probably be something more like that. But for now, it does feel so much better than when it was just what it was before, where it was literally just a worse Gilzane.
Entering battle. Engaging target.
Alright, you can come up here.
All weapons loaded. Spearheading assault.
Copy.
Yeah, the spin away on death needs to be removed from the
Commence assault. T4B mobile.
from the gunship types. It just looks too wonky.
Copy. Ready for attack. Target. Attack. Orders. Fire. Run. Open fire.
I'm not sure what's stopping them from using some of these
Attack
vehicles.
that target. Attacking target. Fire it well. Right away, sir. Underway. Almost there.
Alright, you can probably pretty safely hit from that direct. Nope, never mind.
Ready for duty.
Going there.
Awaiting orders.
Let's go up this way.
Bombing run available.
Copy, sir.
Probably don't need both of you on that. Oh, yes, apparently we do.
Reporting.
So you can't hit.
Bomber squadron reporting.
Yeah, let's go for that.
Yes, Commander. Fire break commencing attack. Right away.
Let's head up here.
Shooters locked on target.
I should have targeted a little bit farther back. We would have been able to hit everything with that. That was just
Ready for
poor
command.
aim, I guess.
Weapons activated.
Ready. Entering battle. All weapons loaded. T4B ready.
I think these guys should be able to take that.
Give me the target. Engaging target.
Alright. It's right in front of you. Come on. Good enough. Oh. They survived that fall.
Moving out.
Not what you'd expect.
Roger. Form up. Spearheading assault. Awaiting orders.
Alright, that's your responsibility now.
Copy, sir.
And you guys can go help those two. The artillery.
Heading out. All out.
Save your next shot for that.
Let's go.
Alright, there you go.
Yes, Commander.
I should probably throw some rapid fire tanks in this group, in these armies, because they are useful now. I haven't played with them as much, so we'll see if they need more tuning on that, but...
All weapons loaded. P4 this way.
Alright, up the hill. It's just... Oh, there we go.
System control achieved.
Alright.
Constructing.
That means we can go into the rest of the CSA. Actually, do we want to...
Constructing unit.
Let's get some spies going. This is a good place for spies. And we can move back here. Mario might be a good place for some vehicle production for us. But, oh, did I? Yeah, I did. I wasn't sure if I turned on Cruel AI last time, but I think I did. Or if I didn't then, I definitely just did. Dathomir... We can build. Rutessa... Long Range Shooty Boy... Arlani's Art Collection... So for anyone new, the patron ships, the name ships, are basically done for the people who are patrons, Twitch subs, and channel members. They're not part of the actual release, but they're just a way to help get people more involved in the actual playthrough on the channel. So that people can feel the sense of disappointment in me that I like to imagine my parents do when I get their ships killed.
T2B over.
Druid conquered Kessel. Those bastards. At least we can see the fleet there. So that's going to be an Empress plus the Golem 3, or the Bulwark 3. So we'll be able to see the updated art for that. But it's not something that I want to send this fleet up against yet. Either fleet, really. Well, I could have just sent one of those.
Construction complete. Constructing.
The next level on that. And let's get the shipyard at Liana.
Construction complete. Construction.
Need to be a bit careful with where we buy the shipyards. Okay. Liana's, or Telos isn't that bad. Let's send him over there. And you'll notice the turnover on the weeks is much faster than the public release. The Petroglyph patch made us that we were able to make some changes to the framework, and the result there has been like significant reduction in the calculations on the week turnover. So it's pretty epic.
Tactical battle imminent.
Which means we can add so much more to make it even laggier.
The enemy is approaching.
Let's see.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright, failing should be more than enough for this. We do need to be careful, there is the shipyard there. But with the Lucre Hulk, you always want to attack a single direction. So this came up actually a fair bit from X playthrough. We were talking about it in the X2 Discord last night. But the Lucre Hulk in Father Republic and the Lucre Hulk in Thrawn's Revenge are the same. It's just, in Thrawn's Revenge, there's fewer situations where the Lucre Hulk strengths are able to be used as effectively. Because what it does is it distributes a lot of firepower, especially in the Battlecruiser, but throughout 4 different firing arc. So if it's surrounded by a lot of smaller targets, that's when it's doing its best work. But it's going to be less effective if it's up against a single set of enemies in one firing arc. Like right here, we're covering maybe a third of all of its guns, and these back ones aren't going to be able to do much, or if anything. So like if you were attacking with a larger fleet in Fall of the Republic, where it's typically smaller ships in larger groups, then the Lucrehulk's more effective in that situation. And there's still some factions and some fleet comps that the Lucrehulk is therefore able to be effective against in Thrawn's Revenge. It's just because the period after Endor, it's usually larger ships and smaller groups of them. The use case for the Lucrehulk isn't quite as general as it is in Fall of the Republic, whereas the Bulwark 3 for the CSA is kind of the more centered on taking down larger individual targets, especially with its ion cannons. Because like right now, the Lucrehulk isn't actually going to be able to use any of its weapons because we're not on that side of it, and we've destroyed the ones on the other side. Alright, can we hit? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, and it still did a good amount of damage to the Phalanx because the Empire of the Hand is, it's more of a fast and less defensive faction, so when you're trying to do, like, straight-up fights, that can end worse for them when you don't have, like, an Intigo. Alright, I'm gonna let them do this. Not that I can stop them, I don't have an interdictor. This is a garrison, so I don't really care to stop it. Otherwise I would shoot the engines. I know that mechanic, I know how it works. Right, we can still check on Bonadin. I do want these airstrikers.
Assault tank reporting for duty. En route.
Alright, let's keep building spies. I kind of want to make the price for the probes higher and make them last a significant amount of time. Because usually when I'm using them, I'm spamming them a lot, and I'd actually rather pay the higher amount of money. Because like it's so cheap that the limitation on using them is really just how much effort do you want to put in? Rather than like
Heading out.
the actual investment to use them.
Roger. Reporting in.
Choose your reinforcements.
We're an assault tank, not a boat.
Secure navigator pad.
Yeah, a lot of the galactic level UI is pretty set. The tactical we have been talking about, these moving and getting scaled differently and stuff, so. Because that was coming up in the chat.
Affirmative, sir.
Copy. Over there.
The galactic UI went through, like, I mentioned in the video, but like multiple different iterations before we settled on what we have. The tactical UI is still in the earlier phases of that. Like, there were several, there was at least one major UI revision in-game before, on the galactic level, before we got to what we settled on.
A build pad.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders. Keep going.
Yes, Commander. Scout trooper reporting. Your orders.
We
Alright,
secure
let's see.
a build pad.
Do we get the sensor? We do.
Copy.
Sensor node
I copy.
starting.
Roger. Moving into position.
Reporting. Order acknowledged.
Roger that. Form up.
Construction complete.
The enemy
Ready
is
to receive
spotted.
orders. On my way.
Attack!
Yes, Commander. This way.
We secured the landing zone.
Alright, thank you for standing still on that.
We captured and abandoned.
And let's
Cecil.
bring in that. I guess I should have just brought them in up here. More of those. Bring in everything. And of course, I don't actually have the airstrikers because I'm impatient.
Capacity.
This planet doesn't really have that much. Alright, you deploy. You're gonna go up more
Acknowledged. Reporting.
and deploy again.
Reporting.
Changerous tank ready.
We actually don't want that up there.
Target. Changerous.
The flame tanks were one of the really like all the Empire of the Hand units are actually their early stuff, but I do want to keep them even with the reworks because I think they'll be especially cool against the Killings.
Ready. Spread out, man.
Makes sense that they'd have flamethrowers when one of the things that they'd be fighting a lot is the bugs. Alright, I'm gonna send these guys around the side.
Roger. Moving out. Give me a tug. Moving out. Tank brigade.
And
Ready. Moving to
can
position.
you get to the position to bomb that. And we will bomb
For orders.
this.
Reporting in. Almost there. Heading out.
See how 6 MMTs do.
Roger that. Computer's locked on target. Roger.
Alright. Go in.
Attacking. Let's move out. Target.
Target that, don't target the flag. There. Those poor bombers.
Avoiding fire.
Boy.
I copy.
We're on station and ready to fire.
Yes.
We're on station and ready.
Can I? Do I have anything else? No, I don't.
Form up.
Get up here.
Roger that. All weapons low. Moving into position.
What do I get to blow up?
Waiting orders.
That.
Attack. Copy. There they are.
Yeah, that artillery's down.
Unit destroyed. T4P.
Okay, you fall back. You go forward. No, you know what? Everybody fall back.
Tank brigade here.
Except for you guys.
We are heading us up. Right away. Moving.
Let's come in from the side, because we are
I copy.
lacking... That assault really went poorly.
Waiting order. Commence assault. I copy. Ready for
Alright.
attack.
Now we can bombard that.
I copy. Reporting. Attack. Fire. Awaiting orders. Yes. Reporting.
You guys come over and actually do your jobs. We still got 35 grand.
Weapons low.
Orders understood. Standing
Copy.
by.
Alright. Can you shoot that?
Give me the target. Fall out. Tank brigade here.
Let's hit that, and then
Your orders. Let's
you guys come over there.
go.
No, I guess we gotta send one back here,
Form up. Keep
which
going.
I suppose better be this one.
Order acknowledged. Copy. Fire. Open fire. Gearing up. Attack that target. Waiting orders. Over there.
Come over there.
Secure Aiden pad.
I got it. Be mobile.
Rip.
Reporting.
That's just an AA turret? Yeah.
Overrun.
Bombers at the ready. Initiate attack run.
Yeah. Get out of there.
Weapons loaded. Open fire. T4B ready.
Right away, sir.
You guys aren't really the ideal anti-infantry force here. But you can add some moral support, I guess. I'm not sure why the crushers on the MMTs don't work, but that is a thing.
Attack.
I copy. Attacking target. Fire at will.
You're in a very inconvenient place for us.
Underway. Roger. Almost there. Heading out.
There, just keep them in position.
Almost there. Attacking.
Forward. Awaiting orders.
Ready for duty.
And shoot this ones. Or these ones. You guys come over. Completely forgot we did have anti-infantry there.
Yes, sir.
Awaiting orders. Blast them.
There we go. Lost an artillery.
System conquered.
If only I had been more patient and waited for the air support.
In production.
Unit in
Need more
production.
Gosians.
Enlisting troops.
Alright. Arlani's fleet is going to come around to at Shorb. You guys are going to come up through here.
Complete.
So let's check that again. Let's check at Shorb again. Dathomir has a fleet building again, so... let's actually get another one at Liana. Well, once the shipyard's up. So Meridun, you can have a second level shipyard, you can have a first level shipyard, which you already do. We're gonna get Surprise Steel Chad, Belfast, Royal Lady, and Springhawk. Actually, we can also get Froyo Froyo. So... which one is Sapphilor? This one. It's the half version of that one. So we should be able to do that relatively simply. And which one are you? You are...
Australian-class frigate here.
I don't recognize this one from this picture. But that leaves what? Just Bonneton and Ession? Or Eddie? I can never remember even though I was just looking at it. Like literally just looking at it. There's the Bulwark 3. The more familiar of the three for people, I think. Also a scary one. So let's get Ascendancy Shield in there. Aralani for the bonuses. Need a really big stick.
Heading out.
Holy Diver.
Destroyer en route.
Let's get... Never Gonna Let You
Advancing to that
Down.
position.
Impetus. Alright.
Receive orders.
You're gonna start shooting at that.
Decoding your transmission.
Roger that.
What do you need, sir?
Heavy assault cruiser ready.
Captain Moses.
Moving to that
Coming on the
destination.
side. Grey Ghost as well.
Moving to those coordinates, Commander.
Mr. Boo.
Moving to those coordinates.
Fighter's Fane.
Building trajectory.
And Blue
Our
Entry.
head full.
Awaiting new instructions, Commander. Star Destroyer at the ready.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
Star Destroyer comms open.
The primary target is the ion cannons.
Heavy assault cruiser ready.
Holding fire for
Heavy destroyer stands ready.
Alright.
Receive orders.
There you go. You guys can get up in the middle, because that is going to be a pretty big group of fighters. Alright, and we're actually going to be able to start moving towards the shipyard.
Regroup for another
Or, you know what? I don't want to go up too far.
Ascendancy at the ready.
I think Aceretil did fix the issues with the hard points on the Bulwark 2 from last episode.
Star Destroyer comms open.
Some double collision mesh names. We shouldn't have the same issue here.
Eliminating target.
Hopefully.
Yes, sir. Focus on their engines.
Yeah, there we go.
Coming around.
Heavy destroyer stands ready.
Alright, you guys keep going in.
Yes, Commander.
Ready to receive.
And let's see if we can hit that.
Heavy assault cruiser ready.
Getting alive. Yes, Commander. Awaiting orders.
Just Star Destroyer at the ready.
Intercepting.
Decoding your transmission.
Alright, I'm gonna stick on this side. Ooh, Arlani.
Target locked.
Heavy assault cruiser ready.
Awaiting your orders. Stay in formation.
Awaiting.
So one of the nice things about the Empire of the Hand ships is that they do also have pretty good rear damage. So if they're kiting, they can get some damage down in ways that a lot of other factions can't really do, to the same extent at least.
Coming around.
Just Star Destroyer at the ready.
Eliminating target.
Awaiting new instructions.
There we go.
Excellent shot.
Let's try to stay at range. And Arlani, you can come back in to support Ascendancy Shield.
Heavy cruiser on standby.
Never gonna let you down. You're gonna go on that along with Impetus, which I believe is a Balkan assault cruiser in the Republic playthrough currently. Alright, let's start getting into the shipyard itself.
Commander, reporting.
You guys come in as well. And we'll put our fighters forward because right now they're going to be
What do you need,
a
sir?
problem.
Just Star Destroyer at the ready. Orders.
Sending Star Destroyer here.
Heavy destroyer stands ready.
Target locked. Excellent shot.
Decoding your transmission.
Almost crossing
Alright,
Harrier
we're being a little bit risky on this.
formation.
Heavy assault cruiser ready. Ascendancy at the ready. Just Star Destroyer at the ready.
Heavy cruiser. Around. I've got them in my sights. Locking on.
Alright,
What do you need, sir?
yeah,
Sending Star
nope,
Destroyer
that.
here.
Awaiting new instructions, Commander.
Eliminating target.
There we go.
Star Destroyer comms open.
And the Peltist onto that as well.
Locking on.
Arlani, maybe it's best if we switch you to the ship, or to the
Heavy destroyer
trade
stands
port.
ready.
Get behind them.
There we go.
Ready to receive orders. Mega Mazer decoding your transmission.
Coming around. Yes,
Alright,
awaiting your
there we go. Once again, it's a garrison. We don't need to destroy the engines on that guy. But we got him.
Heavy cruiser on standby.
Okay. The episode isn't quite over yet, but I am going to save just for... you know what? Actually, we're 40 minutes in, so I think to placate my need to save, we will end the episode there. So for those of you watching on YouTube, hope you're enjoying the return of the Empire of the Hand. For those watching on Twitch, we're going to keep going. Thanks again. Hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.